Hi friends, now we see the next topic, that is a intensifier. In that, the first electrical operated fluid power intensifier. Okay, in that diagram shows the electrical operated fluid power intensifier. There are the many more components, that is high pressure, two system, cylinder 1, limit switch, wall, cylinder, okay, flow pressure, DCV, okay, tank, etc. Okay, pressure relief valve and check valve. Okay, then we can say that in this diagram shows the intensifier. Okay, the low pressure piston is 10 times higher than the pressure piston area. A pressure of 34,475 kN or kPa is achieved at delivery of intensifier from the input system of pressure 3448 kPa. The fluid delivery rate is reduced to 1:10. Okay, then we can say that in neutral position of 4x3 solenoid operated valve, low pressure fluid is connected to the tank. Position 1 of the DCV valve intensifier piston is retract, moves to right. When the limit switch is pressed, the cylinder is fully charged and is ready to for stroke or forward stroke. High pressure reserve or high pressure reverse flow is back or blocked by the check valve D. When the limit switch is pressed, the valve R is plotted and piston side flow of low pressure piston is drained to the tank. Okay, this reduces the resistance in retraction stroke. Okay, then we can say that next point, there is a automatic reciprocating pressure intensifier. Okay, the figure shows the given continuous high pressure pumping of pulsation flow. Okay, a double acting intensifier is used. Cam valve E and F are both mechanically and piloted sign actuated. Okay, then next we can say that next, okay, air over oil intensifier. Okay, in that first we see the working. Shop floor air sources over all or over oil is supplied to the increase the system pressure. The control flexibility is obtained by the is used for limiting the pressure and other component to save costs. Intermediate single stroke have low volume application, bench press, riveting machine or bending, broaching, cutting, crimping, forming. Okay, in this figure a typically air oil intersphere is shown. Okay, then the cylinder travels subtended distance at low pressure and short distance at high pressure of completing the operating of work. Okay, then the valve A is used to extend and retract the work cylinder at shop air pressure. Okay, the valve B is applied shop air pressure head end of a air cylinder to drive a booster cylinder at hydraulic pressure. Okay, the step 1 we can say that valve A is actuator. In that the air is directly to the approach the tank. Oil is approach tank is forced through a booster cylinder to head end of the working cylinder. This is a low pressure approach stroke. Then step 2, valve B is actuated. The air is admitted to the head end of the cylinder or air cylinder and it interferes the pressure in the booster cylinder oil, and thus high pressure short stroke of working cylinder takes place. Then third step, return stroke that is release valve B. The air cylinder is retained valve A is released and the shop air is directed to the return tank and also to the rod end of the air cylinder. This force of oil of return tank to the rod end of the working cylinder. It returns cap end oil of the booster cylinder is directly to approach the tank. Okay, then next we can say that is intensifier, construction of intensifier. The figure shows the intensifier. It consists of fixed ram, a fixed cylinder and slider cylinder. A sliding cylinder slides over a fixed ram and inside the fixed cylinder. Okay, then low pressure valve supplies is connected to the fixed ram and fixed cylinder. The high pressure water is taken out from the fixed ram while the waste water is discharged from the fixed cylinder. The packing seal provides to prevent the leakage of water. The valve provides are manually operated. However, a multi-direction control valve is operated through a servo motor can be incorporated. The collar provides the cylinder or sliding cylinder and fixed cylinder helps to limit the travel of sliding cylinder. Okay, then next we can say that there is a next point, pressure switch. This pressure switch is actually by fluid pressure. The switch converts the pressure signal into an electrical signal by choosing the contact in an electrical circuit. The current flows through the electrical circuit is then used to perform the same function as in the hydraulic circuit, like starting or stopping the pump, opening or closing the valve. The conversion of pressure signal into the electrical signal is effected using a small piston or Bourdon tube below. The pressure switch are extensively used to sense an increase and decrease of pressure. They are used to accumulator circuit, in filtering and cleaning circuit, etc. The pressure switch needs damping in the wake of pressure surges. Several damping devices are available to provide damping. Okay. In case of normally open configuration, no current can flow through the switching element until the switch is activated. In a case of normal switch system, current flow through the switch element until a switch is actuated. Okay, this pressure switch has three electrical terminal identification. C means common, NC means normal close, and NO means normal opening. When the switch only two terminals are used, the non or the common terminal is always used. Pulse a second terminal, either normally open or normally closed with a switch is used. Okay, then next there is a temperature switch. The temperature switch is an instrument that automatically senses a change in temperature and close or open or close an electrical switching element when predetermined temperature point are reached. At the top of the temperature switch there is one adjustment screw which is generally used to change the actuation point. This switch has a rated accuracy of plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius maximum. This particular temperature switch incorporates a compensating device to control or to cancel out the diverse effect of an ambient fluctuation. In case of pressure switch, temperature switch can be wire either normal open, that is NO, or normally closed, that is NC. The capillary tube or bulb construction permits remote temperature sensing. Hence, the actual temperature switch can be located at the substantial distance from the oil those temperature is to be sensed. The temperature switch are used to protect the fluid power system from the serious damage which a system component such as pump, strainer or cooler being to malfunction. This will result excessive oil temperature raise which is sensed by a temperature switch which shut off the entire system. This allow troubleshooting of the system to prepare replacement of fault component. The as shown in the figure. Okay, then now the second unit, the actuator and power unit, is over. Thank you for watching this video.